published. What? You don't believe me? Think for brown skin, real can see them. Got get it, go retrieve it. Short, small. When that's from Cali, with the cheetah print out white curve. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. Poses. You don't have to ever quit. You think that you can get away with it. You think the light won't be ever lit. It's almost over now, almost over now. Something on your chest, better get it off. There'll be no one left when we...
The Carolina Rains have arrived as we are inside a soggy Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Buffalo Bills taking on the Carolina Panthers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as we'll get this to about the 23. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They start the drive with Cook. He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. This defense for the Panthers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
Slot man moves right. Allen. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Palmer going to go in motion left. From the gun, it's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
So sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
To the air, Allen. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Right in there every now and then.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Panthers at 4 and 3, a game over 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard. And they played well all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ready. Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They go down as a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here we ready?
3rd down, Young from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. 52 blue. Hey, check mega.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
That's what I love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. This guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32. Hut.
Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. You look at this Carolina defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
Now, if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Didn't learn his lesson the first time, but looks like a second early interception got through to him. Now he understands. Don't force a throw if it's not there. Oftentimes, running is the better play anyway. Case in point, he picks up a first down there.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, it's Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to 3rd down.
The safety position continues to evolve into a bigger role in run defense than in the past. They certainly love to have him drop down and get aggressive in bringing ball carriers down behind the line of scrimmage. Not many bigger stops than that one right there.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 and 2nd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Down, set.
Young quickly to the flat. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 3 catches now this afternoon, the same number he had all of last week. Also, it's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 22-yard line. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Let's go. Check.
Throw right side into the hands of Akins. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. That'll give him 8 that time. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. Black 40. Hunt, hunt.
Throwing. Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
Set. 60, 22 needle.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Ready.
Young to throw it this time. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
Here we go. Red, 38.
Now Young. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Akins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Fitzgerald down for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Allen going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Little pitch. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He can't get him down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
second down and a little more than a yard here.
Let's cut.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go, set. 10 black, strike. Check, strike, ready.
A little second effort there on the strong run. And then dropped just inside of the 20. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Second down and 3.
Here we go. Black, 95. Ready.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
A quick throw by Young, caught out wide. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point splits the uprights. And it is 28-0.
Bills nothing. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Allen. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback and giving him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
Palmer going to go in motion left. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Hubbard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Chuba Hubbard with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this 35-0 now.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. He's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quit an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And now here's another interception. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
Ready?
A give up the middle. Hubbard. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts.
6-yard pickup.
As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Strike. Let's go now. Set.
Right back to Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we hut.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And that one will be no good. He never had it online. It's well wide to the left. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Set, set.
Third quarter starts with a run by Hubbard. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 23, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Come on, set. Hut.
On the give, this is Hubbard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Coleman, the man in motion left. First down, here's the run with Cook. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Nick Scorton able to record his 5th sack of the season. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's taken in by Palmer. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Okay,
looking
ready?
to put a drive together.
Still ready, ready.
They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's the linebacker, Matt Milano, getting up and stopping him for a loss. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready?
Young going to give to Brooks. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. They'll try to throw now. Young. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Young now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40.
Come on.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7.
Set, ready. 10 black. Set.
Once again, it's Brooks. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Set, hut. 45, wide. Ready.
Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Sam Martin now, standing right around the midfield stripe. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Now 2nd and 3. Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Coleman. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. That's good for a Bills first down. A gain of 9 yards. First down.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Bills.
They run it again with Cook. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Here's Allen to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down.
At the 48-yard line.
They'll try the middle with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And the tackle there by Chris Barnes. Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know,
Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The sack goes to Chris Barnes.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series to be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth. Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they've got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, set.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Running the toss to Brooks here. And some room to maneuver. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
Another Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready.
They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's Brooks. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Let's go. Black, 95. Ready.
And they'll indeed take a knee. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Well, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed to sleep. So for Carolina, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.